Dun, 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 dun. You're watching A Local Twist with Tam and Dish. I am Tam.
I'm Dish. And once again, thank you very much for joining us. We are sponsored by
Studio One Salon and Day Spa, 715-339-2577. Will they do your hair or
What was that?
I was doing the hair. What?
Why?
Because it's a salon.
Let me do that too.
We are doing the hair tossing today for Studio One Salon and Day Spa. Right now, Studio One Salon and Day Spa is giving away $15 gift cards. If you have never been to Studio One Salon and Day Spa, give me an email, Tammy@WCQM.com.
Okay.
This is very important stuff.
Very important stuff.
Send me an email at Tammy, Tammy, @WCQM.com, and I will hook you up with one of those $15 gift cards.
We're also sponsored by Napa of Park Falls and Mercer, 715-762. They don't do that there. 3717. In fact, if you walk in there and do that, I'm pretty sure Cindy will laugh at you. And kudos to you for that, Cindy. Stop by. They still have their little promotion going on where you get the free camo hat for spending $25, and they give $1 to the Fallen Heroes Fund. So very cool. Stop in there. Napa.
And our favorite guest, along with her friend.
Yes. She
you.
is actually growing into the coolest person ever.
Are we going to have to do the Tam and Dish and Laura and the puppy show?
Yes.
That's right.
That's the new show, The Local Twist with Tam and Dish and Laura and Puppy.
I like it. I'll be here.
We are bringing you, as we normally do, yes, our Catkins Rescue of the Week, sponsored by Phillips Veterinary Clinic. They are located on Liberty Road in Phillips, and I forgot the phone number.
Oh, but I just got your password.
339-2605.
How about that?
Wow. 715-339-2605. And as normal, Laura is with us from Catkins. So
that's because everyone else is afraid of you guys. You're intimidating.
We bite.
How's that? It's the clothes, right?
It actually fits.
Yeah, it's the flick. Not so much your flick as mine.
Well, that's okay. We won't get too upset about that because Andrew Jean, when she was supposed to come in here for the abuse shelter, she was a little afraid of coming in too.
That's very sad when the lady who runs the abuse shelter is afraid of us. We needed an intervention.
I like our friend this week.
Yes, who is our little buddy here?
This is Chugs. Chugs is what is called a Morkie, which is a designer dog, so to speak. Yeah,
is he an interior designer or more kind of like a landscape?
No, he's an interior.
He's
definitely
an interior. Okay, interior designer.
The size.
Okay.
So that's what they call some of these mixed breed dogs. He is a mixed breed. He is a Maltese Yorkie mix.
How do you know? Did he tell you?
He was purchased by someone. It did not work out. And
sorry, buddy.
The little thing, he's a little terrier because you know he's a Yorkie mix. And Yorkshire Terriers are smart, high energy. I mean, it's kind of like committing to a greyhound that's like this big.
Oh, really?
There's a lot of speed. Although greyhounds can be a little more couch potato-y than these guys. It's like a ping pong hooked up to.
Is it ever going to be like a lap dog?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, he definitely loves terriers.
Like for more than 5 seconds.
You know, in about a year.
Okay.
He's only 11 months old, so the energy level is like woohoo all the time. But he's very affectionate. He's good with other dogs.
How can you say it doesn't work?
And he just lost his giblets, right?
He did his fuzzy dice.
That's just weird. But
yes, anyway. He did. He got neutered. He's up to date on vaccines. He's heartworm negative. He's done his deworming. And he's just a really nice little man.
So this guy's like ready now.
He is ready now.
Yeah.
He needs to find a home.
Take me home.
Because nice little dogs, they just don't belong in adoption
Well, no dog does. But
No, and he wants a home for the holidays.
Excellent.
He wants to be home before Thanksgiving.
Just don't put him in a box.
And this is the kind you have to be very serious about because it will take some patience, patience and some, probably some napkins and some love.
And then also the coat requires special grooming care and things like that. Yeah, he's got a longer coat, so he requires not to DJ.
I had one that was very similar in breed, and one thing that I will have to say, they don't do well around high stress environments. If you have a very high stress home, they need that kind of calmness and stability. I think they really thrive on
so this is not
for
the
their
dog
personality. For you. I'm not high stress.
There's a difference between there's a difference between being in a high stress environment and creating a high stress environment.
Which is what you're doing right now.
I can feel the stress. It's just going.
I am stress free. Anyway,
But
more about the coat. You have to do something special.
You'll have to bring him in for grooming and just kind of keep up with coat maintenance, making sure that he's brushed out appropriately, groomed up, trimmed up appropriately. Keep an eye on the ears because they can get all that hair in the ears and it can get gummed
like
up,
old man
like
stuff.
that. Well, I wouldn't know about that, but you know.
I'm getting there.
And they bond really strongly to their people.
Yeah.
Terriers bond super strongly to their people. So you know, once he's attached to his family, he's going to be your dog.
Yeah.
He's only 11 months old now.
He's only 11 months old, so he's got 15 years of love ahead of him.
Absolutely.
And by about year 8, he'll probably calm down.
There you go.
So he'd be great for an active family. If you're active, if you like to go out and do stuff, and you want to bring along a fun little guy who's going to be happy to meet people.
Now, are you talking like nature hike type of things, active, or?
I mean, it's these guys. They have the stereotype of being purse dogs, but they are happy to go out. They're happy to do stuff. They are high energy. They are smart. If they can be with you camping overnight, he can handle that. The only thing is you got to watch to make sure if you go anywhere, they can be picked up by big birds, things like that.
Really?
So this is not a dog that you should let run across an open field. This you want
just
to
made my day.
there. That's horrible.
I had a $1,000 dog and this is why I think animals that are picked up out of shelters are the best because they've been tried and given some lessons, tweaked a little bit. I got one out of a pet store, $1,000. It was the dumbest dog I've ever seen in my life. I put it in the field going, come on. No, I'm kidding. I didn't do that. He was awful.
Paid $1,000 for a dog?
I didn't. It was a gift. He was cute when he was little, the little baby. But you don't know what you're getting. His mom and dad had to have been mother and brother and sister and father and whatever.
Well, and you don't really know when you do gift dogs. What we encourage around the holiday season is if you want to sponsor the adoption, if you know someone is looking for an animal and you want to sponsor the adoption of a pet, then let them go and find the dog that's right for them or the cat or whatever. Because if you give someone a gift, they might not want it.
Right.
Or they might not be prepared for it. Regularly. After the holidays, we get a lot of animals that are given as gifts that people don't want.
Who would think, hey, I can't think of anything better to get you. I will get you a dog.
It's like a lifelong commitment. Well, at least for 15 years.
Well, I understand it. I've had dogs my entire life, and I love my dogs, but never once would I think, hey, Bill, you're my friend. I'm going to buy you a dog.
Yeah, here's
that would be weird.
Yeah. That would be very awkward.
And it happens a lot. Or it happens where parents get their kids' dogs, and you're going to take care of it, and then the kids don't.
Well, that's not true. That never happens.
Oh, yeah. But no.
My children are to the age where they should take care of the dog, and they still don't. So that's not going to happen.
So, if you want to get a dog, get a dog.
Get a dog
for you, and be prepared for the commitment.
Exactly.
But we do encourage, if you know a family, hey, we're looking for a dog, or if your kids, you want to do the family thing, then sponsor the adoption fee and let them pick out the right dog. Let us have that conversation.
Then the family can come out and go to Catkins and pick out their own pet, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Which you can actually, you find one that you're in love with when you meet them.
Yeah.
It's basically like an instant connection type of thing.
And you talk about, we'll sit down, we'll talk about the animal's personality.
Right.
Even though he's great and adorable, he's not going to necessarily be the best purse dog because he's going to be a high energy man. So we're going to have that conversation. If he was 10 when he came in, he might be a purse dog then because his energy level is going to be different.
He's so cute.
What people
he
want
reminds me of Benji. Except for smaller.
And he's not going to get a whole lot bigger.
Want some coffee there, buddy?
No.
Don't give him coffee. Yes, you want some coffee.
Anyway, okay, so if they want to come out and meet Chugs here, or
I was going to call him Benji
Rumba, or Rumba, or Bentley.
Bentley's still there.
Or the kittens that we have named, but I've forgotten the name, so I have to get those to you. But we have named the kittens, or...
and Poppy got adopted. She was
Or Gala was the other one?
Gala's still there.
Gala,
just running around being crazy, instigating lots. And we still have a lot of kittens. A lot of kittens went home, but Gala's running around instigating a lot of, games of tackle and chase and climb. So he's out there.
So,
But
how do they get a hold of you?
Thursdays, which 3 to 7, we are always out there. We have volunteers out there during open hours, except this Thanksgiving. I do have to respect that, volunteers have families too.
Just because Walmart's open
I know.
doesn't mean that Catkins is open.
I know. We try, but we're just not there
Are you
yet.
doing Black Friday at the shelter?
You know what?
We did that last year where we were open during Black Friday. We had a lot of fun. We had a lot of people come in.
Yeah.
We actually had a couple of really cool adoptions.
Aww.
So depending on volunteer schedules, if I can get people, if I can pry them away from those family commitments, we can get some people to help out, then we'll put that on our Facebook page. If
Okay,
we're
good.
doing that.
And let us know. We'll announce it on the air too.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And otherwise, if people want to come a day that's different than Thursdays, they can call and make an appointment.
I know this
We'll
one's
meet with you.
715-681-0022.
Yes, or you can email.
Okay.
You did. I'm so proud.
Can you just do that
Catkins _rescue.
WI, Wisconsin.
Catkins _WI at something yahoo.org.net.com.gov.
Well, thank you so much
cool.
for bringing them in. Yeah, we will.
Or you can check them out on Facebook.
Yes.
They have their Facebook page too.
Yes.
So, Laura, thank you very much again
Thank
for coming in. We
you.
appreciate it. Love
Very much.
meeting this little guy. A little
Yes.
disappointed that the Bernie didn't come in this week.
I told you I have a surprise.
I know.
I have a surprise.
I get
I'm
a
gonna be
surprise in
bringing.
2 weeks.
Yes.
I'm excited.
So it will be amazing to watch that whole reaction. I'm very excited about it.
We'll actually start filming the second she walks in.
Yes. Although, keep in mind, it does not take much to make me excited. these days,
Me too.
It doesn't take much to make you excited either.
It's actually ridiculous.
I need budget. Sorry.
Doesn't everyone do that dance?
Yeah.
Yeah, the flight of the fairy.
Well, no, not that one.
Okay.
That's not the one.
That was 10 times worse than anything I could possibly
We
imagine.
didn't really just do that.
Well,
thank you,
thank you very much. We appreciate it. Thank you
Bye,
for coming
Chugs.
in.
My leash.
See you, Chugs.
Yeah, so if you want to visit Chugs, come out to the
Yes,
shelter.
come out
You'll
to the
have to
shelter.
show Darla before you.
All you got to do is take County Road E,
Yep, about 3 miles
west
out.
about 3 miles, yes. And what's the name of the road? It's like
Oak Road.
Oak Road. It's on your
On your
left-hand side. Yep, you're going to see it.
You're so good.
We've been out there stalking you again.
Yeah.
Facebook wasn't good
Yeah.
enough, so we started the real stalking.
Now I
Just
am getting
got a
old.
whole new level of creepy. Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Take
Thanks for you
care.
this week, and we'll try to be brief. We did find this on Facebook this weekend.
Facebook
Other than
rules.
this is opening weekend of hunting season.
And with that
What?
comes the #1 broadcast program in the state. This is called the WBA Award.
For Deer Hunters Roundup
Deer
coming
Hunters
up
Roundup
this
from
next week.
98Q Country. So make sure to tune in 6 to 8 Saturday and Sunday, which is tomorrow night and Sunday night. Then it's going to go an hour early, 5 to 7 Monday and Tuesday, back to 6 to 8 for the rest of the week. So tune in or call in 715-762-3221 or 1-800-236-9624 with your hunting camp stories. Let us know what's going on out at camp.
You have a steel trap memory.
I try. My wife hates it, but
You do.
I
It's
have it.
normally women that never forget, but you're
yes.
really good at it.
I almost made a horrible remark right there, but I did not.
Go
I want you to
ahead.
know.
Do it. Anyway, so
Yeah, because it's nobody's going to between you and me.
what
right?
do you don't really you don't gun hunt, do you?
I don't gun hunt.
You
no.
bow hunt. I
do like
gun
bow
hunt.
Yes.
And
You sleep and
My-
then wake up and shoot something.
my brother Josh, I hope you're going to let me borrow your gun again this year because I borrowed it last year. I don't really see the point in buying a whole gun for just one day.
See the whole point of buying a whole gun. You can get like a quarter of it. Or
Great
just a
things.
piece.
Wonderful things about living in a small town we did find on Facebook this morning. The grocery store was also the place to rent movies,
Yes.
drop off dry cleaning, and leave your rolls of film to be developed. Now, granted, you can't really do that at the grocery store here anymore, but you can do it at the
Do you
gas
remember
station.
doing that?
Yes, you could
That
go
was awesome.
get your groceries.
Yes.
You could get your lottery tickets, and people get their
Your deer hunting
and they get the
license.
deer hunting license. You could pick out a movie. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
the greatest thing
It
ever.
was awesome.
And now you can do that at the gas station.
My favorite
here
thing
in
too,
town.
along with that, was the convenience stores that we had, the movie section. I
Mhm.
never understood that, but it worked out well.
Yeah, it did.
apparently for them. What else do we have?
You were somehow related to nearly every single person in town, and I've always said you got to be very, very careful about who you talk about to, because they were either married to, related to, exes of, neighbor of, friend of, enemy of. And even if you say something bad to an enemy of someone, they can't wait to get it back. So you got to be very careful.
Well, my question is, why don't you do that?
Do it.
Be careful about what you say around anyone.
I am. Oh, well, no, I'm not really.
No.
The only traffic jam in your town was experienced during the parade. We've never had a traffic jam, I don't think.
No, you gotta take that back, because in Phillips, for like the 4th of July parade, you always got to reroute to
the 3rd Street. We have 3 streets in our town.
No, to the 3rd Street. You got to go to the 3rd Street. But you have to reroute that, so there's always a traffic jam on the north and south ends of town.
Very exciting for us.
Parade. That's
we
awesome.
never get that. And here's the thing. I was looking through this list, and I thought, I'm gonna make this kind of based on Price County, but everything in this list was very much so, because we are. This is 30 minutes, but we are about 45 minutes away from, well, not here with McDonald's, but any kind of Walmart or major shopping center.
Yes.
We have to drive to Minocqua or Medford or Ladysmith to get to civilization. You went to school with 8 kids from 8 tiny towns.
That's awesome.
So you went to Park Falls. So Park Falls goes to what? When they have butternut Glidden?
Well, no, because back then open enrollment really wasn't a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're talking about small, we don't even have towns because we are towns. So we have townships or, things like that, like Town of Lake. Or up here in Park Falls, the town of Eisenstein or the town of Flambeau or things like that.
Eisenstein's one.
Could you leave your clothes on, please? It's the wrong segment.
I'm done hunting. Okay. Are you not sweating? Did you have a hot flash? Or just me? It could be just me.
I'm not the one going through menopause.
I'm not going through menopause. And you should pause before you speak. When you are back in town to visit, no one will ask you where you live now or what you have been doing, because they already know that from all of your relatives.
Thank you, Facebook.
Yes. Speaking of Facebook, here's another thing.
Wait, I want to say my favorite one, because you didn't say my favorite one. This is my favorite one of this entire list, because she read it to me. Your parallel parking test in driver's ed was pointless because there are rarely cars to practice parking in between, so you just drove right into the spot, and the teacher gave you an A.
Which actually really posed a problem once you move to a bigger city. I lived here in Winter Eau Claire, and it's terrifying. I drove down the wrong side of a 4-lane highway because I didn't know they split off. It's called getting out and experiencing things. The other thing we were talking about was things that you say on Facebook. You gotta actually be a little careful of, because if you wouldn't say it to a group of people, don't post it on Facebook.
It's not a group of people, though, on Facebook. It's just your computer screen and the little... Basically, what it is it's just Facebook asking, what's on your mind? It's asking you.
Hey, there are other people on the other side. I don't know about you, but some days when I'm scrolling through it, I'm like, I wonder who that is. We're friends. I have no clue.
I did that. I actually, I just purged my friends list.
You did?
Yes. And
Are we still on there? Maybe.
I literally got rid of 212 people I don't think I've ever met in my entire life.
212?
Yeah. Which basically took all of my friends list. So if I deleted you, I apologize.
Well, it's not that I mind any of that stuff, but having people on there that I don't really know, because you can categorize them into groups where you don't have to actually see. But the random post about where you're itching that morning, really not necessary.
That is weird.
Paul and I are actually both marketing and sales people here at WCQM, and we were talking earlier today about the things that you should and shouldn't do for your business. And Paul's brilliant about the marketing. Why don't you give us one tip that you could think of off the top of your head if you have a business?
At the end.
But you have such good... I was listening to you on the phone today and kind of eavesdropping for several different conversations that you've had. One thing that Paul really points out too is not throwing dollars at your business.
Yes,
don't throw a 10. Don't throw $100 on this. Make it count.
I know that our boss would kill us if she ever heard me say this, but I have literally told advertisers, friends of mine that own businesses, to not advertise with me. And it's not because I don't want their business. I want their business to succeed, but you have to do it right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the biggest thing, is that there are so many avenues of advertising available nowadays, between radio and print, the phone book, billboards. You can even spend money on boosting your page on Facebook and Twitter and things like that, Instagram and Foursquare. There's so many avenues to spend your money. You really have to be conscious of how you're doing it. Mm-hmm. Because if you go and you spread yourself over all of those, you've just wasted all of that money. Because
you're spreading yourself too thin. There's no high frequency. You're not being top of mind. And I've always said too, like even with billboards, which I think very much serve a purpose. Mm-hmm. But when you really start to notice them is when they change. but you want to brand yourself, you want to market yourself, and you want to be top of mind. And don't try to be everything to everyone.
You can't.
Pick what you're really good at and be the best at that thing.
There's a reason that we are so diverse in the North of 8 areas, because we don't have, stores that are exactly the same, so that they're competing for the same type of person. Know what you're good at. Like, I can walk into every single store and within 5 seconds tell you what you should be advertising, what you should be telling people, and what you're good at. And I shouldn't have to do that. You should know. And you do. It's just that I think a lot of people are either confused or misguided when it comes to marketing. And obviously that's our job, is to tell you. And I don't think you're going to ever find another set of marketing representatives that will honestly come into your business and say, don't advertise with me because it's going to be throwing your money away. But we'll do it.
One thing that's very frustrating for me, and I've worked in paper too, is the person that you're talking to, that you're planning to advertise with, make sure they know everything you're possibly willing to share with them about your business, because that is going to put together a very good marketing plan for you. So the more that you have prepared and the more and then follow through. If you are going to do something, if you're going to have a live broadcast, if you are going to do anything like that, make sure you've done all of your homework and you are utilizing that to the fullest at 110%.
Absolutely, absolutely. But we're going to wrap it up for this week. It is opening weekend, and I know that a week from today is Black Friday.
Please shop local.
Yeah, I wasn't going there, but yes, please do. In fact, you know what? I challenge you. I dare you to go out on Black Friday and spend $100 of your Christmas shopping money in Price County or Southern Ashland County.
I thought you were going to say on you.
Well, no, don't do that. I honestly, I don't want anything. I don't. Well, we'll get into that another time. However, I challenge you. Go up, because that will be a $100 bill well spent.
I'll give you a $100 bill that you can spend. Spend it on the shopping show. You get Studio One Salon and Day Spa certificates.
Exactly. Listen in, because Tam and I have agreed that from next weekend on, we will be doing the shopping show every other weekend. So tune in, because we are going to spice things up, change things up a little bit. But until then, I have coined today Blaze Orange Friday, because next week is Black Friday, so today is Blaze Orange Friday. Copyright The Dish. So thank you, and you're welcome for that.
Have a happy weekend and good luck hunting.
Once again, we want to thank our sponsors,
Studio One Salon and Day Spa,
and Napa, Park Falls, and Mercer.